Hi, I'm Adam's Downboy, and welcome to the 6th and penultimate part of the Muthacluckers Clan guide series to Destiny 2's Root of Nightmares raid. As ever, I'd like to thank my clan mates Aaron UK, Frel UK, Electric Sheep, Minoni, Tooks and Zone Runner for their help. This is another short video, seeing as we already had it recorded, to show the third parkour section. Your aim will be to traverse the area to get from the Macrocosm encounter to the Nezarec boss arena under the Tree of Silver Leaves. With the Immortal Traveller overhead, you'll be using the roots of the tree to navigate your way through built structures that have been disrupted by their growth. Even though there's nothing much actively happening, the environmental design is worth taking time to appreciate. There's even some brief birdsong amongst the creaks of the roots growing and the weird grassy baseballs. There's no overall mechanic beyond using light and dark seed nodes to open the exit from a rather hairier flower entrance than the first. If you want a fuller explanation, then this is covered in the 4th video of this series, but to recap, you're shooting the buffed light seed to get the field of light buff, or the buffed dark seed for the flux of darkness buff, both of which are on 20-second timers. You're then using this buff to connect a chain of 4 seeds, finishing up at a floating stone in the centre of the room that has the final light seed underneath and the final darkness seed above. This section does have the last Deepsight Seed Set that you saw back at the beginning of the raid in the Deepsight Garden, so if you're keen on crafting your own weapons, this is how you can obtain a guaranteed one after killing the boss. The one thing I'll warn you about is that if you've not seen the 1993 version of Super Mario Bros. By now, this video does contain discussion of the film. Quite a lot of discussion, so if you don't want spoilers, turn your sound down. And I really hope Chris Pratt's mum doesn't want to learn how to run Root of Nightmares and watches this either. You shouldn't need to change your gear, but if it makes you feel more comfortable, then feel free to change to a jumping loadout. There's only a handful of adds in here too, so the weapons you've got equipped from Macrocosm should work fine. After the fireteam enter the flower tunnel, Minnow and Tooks complete the connection of light and dark seeds to form the chains of 4 connections. Remember that after you've shot the original buffed seed 3 times, the buffed node will move to the second seed location. When they're finished, all of the seeds emit a pulse of energy that travels to the exit, as though someone's irritated the essence's pelvic splanchnic ganglion, opening the iris.
Sorry, Adam. That made me really angry.
Could have said like imaginative swear words like you French casserole. So calm.
I like that one.
Oh, I don't think, to be honest with you, I wouldn't want to offend somebody that hard. Like, I don't dislike them that
badly.
much.
First light one's gone. It was the light third one, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yep.
It was.
I got her.
Really need a sparrow here.
It's Disney's version of Mario Kart. Without the sparrow.
I went to the pictures the weekend to see the new Super Mario movie, and it is perfect.
I enjoyed it, but I wouldn't say perfect.
Everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
I mean, have you seen the 1990s Super Mario Brothers with Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo?
Yeah, that was perfection.
Yes.
That was
It was.
perfection.
It's a timeless classic.
I mean, that is...
That's the movie that killed the Nintendo movie franchise. For 30 years.
I know,
40 years.
I was listening to a podcast on it, and it was an absolute mess. It got to the point where the two directors were not allowed in the editing suite. This is basically just got like sidelined. Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo were like, it was only supposed to be like, I don't know, let's say 9 weeks of filming or something like that, and it ended up being like 25 or something. So they just got hammered, just almost permanently. Yeah, there's some very interesting stories coming out of that.
What did you think of Chris Pratt's performance?
It's I'm really glad they got Charlie Day to be Luigi. I think that was a great choice. He was fine. He just, I do like Chris Pratt's performances. It's just a shame that he has
It's Chris Pratt.
thoughts. Yeah.
At the very beginning, they do like this fake movie where they dial up the Italian accent to 11, and I was like, you know what? It's not bad. I thought it was going to suck, but no, there's a little bit of Italian spin on it. I'm happy with that.
I mean, it was the little touches.
Right.
It was like at the beginning, like they have the little illumination intro, and it's basically a minion starting a race on a kart, and like when you're trying to get the boost on Mario Kart and you go too early and you spin out. Just those little things just all the way through was just I was very happy.
You know what got me? It was the blue shell moment.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
I did not see it coming, and I was like, this is brilliant.
Aaron drops off the path to the final raid encounter and jumps down to the area with the final Deepsight Seed Set.
Which is strange because you actually do see the blue shell coming, You're very aware that the blue coming when the blue shell is coming for you.
What bothers me is that the blue shell hits the second player. The blue shell did not hit the pole position in the movie.
I liked it a lot. It was...
Yeah, it was an okay movie.
Because even on the
It's an
throwback...
animation movie.
So what were you curious about?
Now that the third Deepsight Seed Set is correctly activated, the messages "Your actions take root" followed by "A great harvest awaits" appear on screen to indicate that all 3 have been successfully completed and that an extra guaranteed redbox weapon should drop from the boss chest.
I'm just curious if I was just going to keep this in the conversation in the video.
No, he like all.
It is going to slightly date the video, surely.
Oh no, I think too early.
Red box is guaranteed.
Oh no, Tux is going to bag me.
Oh, you were so close, sheep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna what, sorry?
What?
Oh no, Tux is going to...
Bag me.
Oh. Too far away. Next time. I promise.
Thanks, Chief.
As we always say, the best way to run the parkour sections is to run them a few times until the route becomes muscle memory, but hopefully you'll have a head start and be better informed about the Super Mario movie if it ever comes up in conversation with your friends. With the third parkour section under your belt, you've now reached the last encounter for Route of Nightmares, the Nezarec boss fight, which we'll cover in our final video. On behalf of the Muthacluckers, thanks for watching, we hope that's been helpful, and may all your drops be god rolls.